So I've taken a scrap piece of paper and created a couple of value scales on here. So this isn't one I'm too familiar with. I haven't used it a lot. Someone just recently introduced it to me. I have played around with it a little bit, but I haven't done it yet with an object or in an artwork. I've just used it in practice of value scales. And that is taking the idea that light is yellow, and opposite of light is darkness, and opposite of yellow on the color wheel is purple. And it's one of these techniques where it's similar to what we did with our browns, where we laid down down here's my browns, where we laid down the browns first and then layered the color pencil over top. Only now for the light values, it's going to have a a yellowish cast to it to represent the bright light, and in the shadows and darker values is going to have the purple. So I'm going to start with my yellow, and I'm going to apply a little bit heavier of a layer, and it's similar to what we did with some of the other color mixing with the adjacents and with the pencils pulled out of the set that are of a similar hue. And I'm going to put a heavier layer of yellow down in this square. So this is going to be the lightest part of my value scale. Now I'm going to ease up on pressure of the yellow in my second square. And then I'm actually going to put some yellow in my middle square, and again easing up on pressure on it. Then in my darkest value, I'm going to lay down purple. And again, a little bit heavier of an application. And then in this box, a little bit lighter pressure of the purple. And then a mixture of the light yellow and light purple in the middle here. Now that I have my light and my shadow, I'm going to add the red to it. Um, they've told me to ease up on pressure on the red as you come across, so that's what I'm going to try. In fact, maybe I'll split the box again and we'll see if I use even pressure and pressure control with the red. See what kind of difference we get here. So let's try even pressure first. I can see a change in the value, but I think it maybe defeats the purpose of putting down the yellow first, and that if this is light, I'm guessing the yellow represents more like a highlight on an object, and the purple is the deep dark shadow of it. So, whenever we shade with regular pencil, graphite pencil, to show value changes of dark to light, light to dark, we change the pressure we apply. So I'm going to try that down below here. So heavier pressure red on my purple, very light pressure on my yellow. Okay, so I think that one works better than just the even pressure across those value changes from the yellow and the purple underneath. Another version of this that people have told me is to use yellow and blue, and your midtone is green. So I'm going to try that one next. Okay, so I forgot on this one to write down my colors. And the reason why I do this is, even though I've been working with 324 all this time, is that way if there is something on these value scale sheets that I really did like for value changes, or I see something, especially ones where you're mixing other colors together to create values, that looks like similar values in my object, then that way I have those here to look at, and I can quickly pull out those colors of pencil if I need to recreate it in a piece of artwork. So for this one, it is similar to what I did up here with the yellow and the purple, but only in the middle here I'm going to put a midtone of green by just mixing the yellow and the blue together. So this one, the way they explain it to me, it's a little bit more even of a tone of your underlayers here. Not, the yellow does get a little bit lighter as you come to the middle, but you want your green and your midtones and your end tones to be kind of similar in pencil layer. So yellow, I'm going to start here, work my way over, and then blue here and work my way over and get some green here in the middle. So now that I have that, it's similar to what I did with the second part here. Heavier red on my shadow side, lighter red pressure on my light side. And so now I'm going to go over top of these with my red color. So that is that one. I like the colors. I like the value change. Definitely you have a light, a medium, a dark, a medium light, a medium dark. I'm curious how it would look with other colors. If I maybe had a lighter base of blue down below here, and ways that it could possibly be used in certain artworks or with certain colors. But it definitely did create a value scale. So that concludes all of our value scale practices. I do have to write what colors I was using on this one. So once you have completed all of your value scales, make sure you take a photograph of them and submit it to the assignment.